So, Danielle, are we turning the corner? Will there be more sunshine in our future?
I know you're very excited about the warm, sunny weather, but we can't get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
We're a day away from that.
Gotcha.
And then the ridge of high pressure builds in, and so does the sunshine and the heat, if that's what you're looking for. That's what's to be expected by the time we get into the weekend. But for tomorrow, still some instability. 15 degrees, that daytime high, also our current temperature. The winds just started picking up to about 30, 35 kilometers per hour. For a big chunk of the day, we had a mix of sun and cloud and very calm winds. So we had a very nice day so far. But the winds could gust up to 40 kilometers per hour as we go through these next few hours, and then dying down overnight. Overnight, small chance of some isolated showers. And then tomorrow morning, pretty quiet. And by the afternoon, we get into the risk of thunderstorms. Once again, the winds will pick up once again. That's your 24-hour forecast, and it's brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. Find more than what you're expecting at Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. Ian?
For us to get a flood, we need lots and lots of rain, and we have a chance of some rain.
Yeah, we're not seeing, or I'm not seeing any sort of blocking pattern that would basically, if you remember 2013,
I do,
lock a system right over us to deliver consistent rainfall. That's not in the forecast. What is in the forecast is basically we're going to be locked in a pattern of stability and dryness and sunshine and heat for quite a while, 9 to 10 days of it. Okay, at this point, and we talked about today having a smaller risk of thunderstorms in Calgary, smaller chance of isolated showers, but certainly possible to see a couple raindrops out there. But it's a little more stable today in comparison to yesterday and in comparison to what we're looking at for tomorrow, because tomorrow that instability is definitely back. 15 degrees. Temperatures have been quite nice. They're still a little below normal. 18 is what's normal for this time of year in Calgary, but the winds have been calm for the most part today, just starting to pick up now for the evening hours, and that will die down in the overnight hours. Okay, 17 right now in Lethbridge and Milk River, 21 in Medicine Hat, and 20 in Brooks. So some warmth has already started there. Just to zoom in, get your daily dose of greens at Serenity Golf Club, just 20 minutes east of Calgary. Looking downtown, we're sitting at 16 degrees. Windsport 14 degrees, Bragg Creek at 12, same thing in Cochrane. Airdrie 16. Airdrie's looking at frost for tonight though. We'll dip pretty close to that freezing point or to the freezing point basically for all the areas just north of Calgary. I'll show you that in just a second. Right now looking at this activity, you can see that we do have this thunderstorm activity in parts of central Alberta. That's where it's more unstable. We have the potential of seeing a little bit here, but it's less likely to see it in the south end. We should get some isolated showers though, just to look at what's going on in central Alberta. Again, non-severe, but certainly some thunderstorms passing through there. And then further to the south for Calgary and south, we're just looking at these pockets of rain that are moving through that we can expect even at times in the overnight hours. Now for Calgary tonight, we're dropping to about 6-7 degrees, so we don't have the risk of frost for tonight in Calgary. We have the potential for fog development. So looking at fog patches in Calgary, but Airdrie, Cremona, Rocky Mountain House, these areas will dip to that freezing mark. That's why the frost advisory is in place there. So cover up any plants or take them inside if you can. Okay, upper air analysis, the big picture as we go through this long stretch of warmth. We have a ridge of high pressure that will build its way in, and this will really increase our temperatures and give us that stability. So when we've been having these late day showers and thunderstorms, much less of a chance to see that after Friday. So big chunk of rain for Medicine Hat and south with this next system. Calgary, again, we're looking at that late day instability. As you can see here, pop-up showers and thunderstorms possible. Winds will pick up, and then let's look at Saturday. Saturday, things quiet down as things become very stable. So we're looking at mainly sunny skies for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And as you can see, temperatures by that point will be well into the 20s by the end of the weekend.
Danielle, from Saturday on, every baseball game, every soccer game will go ahead because of wonderful weather.
I want your reaction when I show the 10-day trends.
Okay.
Because you already have a pep in your step.
Yes, I do.
And I love it. Okay. All right. 15 degrees current temperature in today's daytime high, which is below normal. And the record for this day is 31.1. We will be well above normal. Check this out. Now, I will say, again, tomorrow.
Nice.
Ian is ear-to-ear grin right now. Yes, we are looking at 18 degrees tomorrow. Again, still some instability later in the day, not quite as warm, but then this is at least about a 9-day stretch of some good warmth, stable weather, sunshine, Ian, the good stuff, the summery type stuff.
And we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, we're heading toward a great weekend. Let's check in with Danielle. We just have to get through tomorrow first.
Yeah, you're right, Tara. Really, this evening, small chance of some showers. As we go through tomorrow, we have the good chance of some thunderstorms, some showers, especially by 1 p.m. And then after that, temperatures will climb, the sun will be out, and we're looking at a long stretch of stable, hot weather. But at this point, 14 degrees, so a little on the cooler side. 18 is what's normal for this time of year. We only got to 15 today. The winds have picked up a little bit over the last couple of hours. We're looking at gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour throughout the evening. Again, there's the risk of showers and thunderstorms. Then fog patches possible overnight and through early tomorrow morning. And we'll get a good chunk of sunshine for part of the day. And by 1 p.m., though, the risk of thunderstorms and showers and the winds will pick up again. We'll talk about that big warming trend coming up, Tara.
Let's connect with Danielle one more time and look ahead to our 5-day forecast.
Yeah, 5-day forecast looking pretty toasty, especially by Saturday. We'll be in the 20s and you'll feel like it's summer, you know, but it's going to take a day to get there. I will say, though, tomorrow will be even warmer than today. So we're slowly going to climb up to that. Today we did get to a high 15 in Calgary. Normal is 18, so we're a little below normal, and we're already kind of dipping for the day already, likely. 14 right now in Calgary, but 20 degrees in Brooks and Medicine Hat, 18 in Drumheller, and 16 in Lethbridge. Overall, in the south end, we're about normal or just below it for many communities. Okay, when we talk about tonight, these areas, Airdrie, up through Cremona, Rocky Mountain House, will dip to that freezing mark. That's why there's the frost advisory in place. So cover up the plants if you're in that area. Take them inside if you can. For Calgary, though, we'll be dipping to about 6-7 degrees overnight tonight. So what we're looking at is the potential for patchy fog out there that will develop overnight and even last until early tomorrow morning in some areas. Okay, radar and satellite showing you that instability kicking into some thunderstorm activity for Red Deer. So basically central Alberta, a little more intense there. And in the south end, it's mainly just some isolated showers that will intensify in parts of the south end. And I'll show you that in the future cast here in just a moment. But there you go. There's that instability, non-severe thunderstorms in many parts of central Alberta. And for us in the south, we're looking at these isolated pockets of rainfall. Some of these pockets a little heavier. Most of this rain will stay to the west of Calgary, but some of it will make its way in. So in Calgary, on and off showers possible, even through the overnight hours at times. Upper air analysis showing you that we're going to be basically locked into a system. So we have an upper level low here, one here, and we have this ridge of high pressure in between, and that's going to drive up our temperatures significantly. So above normal, into the 20s, and at some points into those higher 20s. So we're looking at basically an 8-day stretch of temperatures at least 21 degrees. Okay, Futurecast showing you for tonight it quiets down in Calgary, but this is when we're looking at fairly intense rainfall for Medicine Hat and areas to the south, which is where we need some rain. It might be a little too much too fast, though, in the overnight hours, 10+ millimeters possible. And then for Calgary, sunshine for the morning hours tomorrow. And then by 1 p.m., we get into the potential of those late day showers and thunderstorms. And that's Saturday. Saturday is just mainly sunny. So 18 degrees for tomorrow. By 1 p.m., we get into the risk of thunderstorms and showers. 22 for Saturday. And there we go. We start our warming trend. Mid-20s by Sunday and a whole lot of sunshine.
That's pretty awesome. That is a great facility. Well, many owners of aging pets wonder at some point, should they maybe bring in a younger pet? Bring a puppy into the mix for a little fun. Will my older pet like that, or would they hate it? I think we have our answer here. This is just the thing 12-year-old Golden Retriever Allie needed to put a little spring in her step. Her owners say they debated this for a while. Do we get another puppy? Do we not? They didn't know what her reaction would be. It was love at first sight. Yeah, now she can't wait to play with her little brother, Bo.
She'll be in shape in no time.
Yes.
Running after that.
I really thought you were going to show us a video of something totally different.
Well, we've all heard of corn dogs. Have you ever seen a corn cat? These kitties love their corn. They seem a little obsessed with it. I don't know how do they ever think to give corn to a cat? I don't know. I wouldn't have thought this is something that they enjoyed so much.
That guy came flying out of nowhere.
Wide-eyed. All right, well, ladies everywhere are going to have an opinion on this one. An expectant mom who worked until the very last minute, and I mean the very last minute, before giving birth.
We do have some breaking news this morning, literally.
Yes.
Olivia's water has broke.
That's
and
right.
she is anchoring the news now in active labor.
Early labor.
She is so calm. So this is Albany, New York morning show anchor Olivia Jackwith. She went into labor just before the newscast, and then she still anchored the show.
How?
The water broke around 4:15. She said she wanted to keep going. She stayed on air for the full 3-hour show. She said, well, I'd rather be working than sitting in the hospital. What I found crazy, this is her first baby. So it's not like it was her fourth baby. And she was like, oh, this is going to take forever. I know what to expect. No, this was her first baby.
Wow. Just wow.
I mean, not recommended.
I don't recommend it.
No.
Haven't heard what she had. I'm sure she's had it by now, but we'll keep you posted. I'll look again tomorrow.
On the show, maybe.
Yeah.
Skywatch weather camera. Yes, there are some dark clouds. So expect some isolated showers over these next few hours, and then things will really start to clear out by the weekend. But later today and late in the day tomorrow as well, we get into the potential of these showers and thunderstorms. It's just one of those unstable weeks. 14 is the current temperature. Today's daytime high was just 15, and 18 is what's normal. So we're below normal. We're certainly below the record for this day of 31.1, but quite toasty. Brooks and Medicine Hat at 20 degrees right now. Drumheller is at 18. Okay, let me talk about what's happening right now, because this is the system number 1, and we have that instability mainly in central Alberta. In the south is just some rainfall here and there, but we're going to get a big swath of moisture pushed up from the south. And I just want to show you that because tonight we are looking at a significant rainfall, 10+ millimeters for areas south of Medicine Hat. Maybe a little too much too fast. We do need the moisture in this area, but that's something that's happening tonight through tomorrow morning there. For us in Calgary tomorrow morning, sunshine, and then that late day by 1 p.m., the chance of showers and thunderstorms once again. Salmon Arm, Kelowna, Kamloops, as you can see for the southern interior BC, it looks pretty stable. Edmonton, Rocky Mountain House, and down, especially later in the day, 1 p.m. and after 1 p.m. That's when we get into this potential, especially along the QE2 and Highway 2 for showers and thunderstorms. And because of this, temperatures will not be able to climb into the 20s for most areas tomorrow. Lethbridge looking at a high of 17, Medicine Hat 18. Looking at this 10-day trend, the key thing you got to look at with this is such a long stretch of hot weather. So for Saturday, right up until Saturday of next week, we are looking at temperatures not just above 20, but in many cases mid-20s and high 20s. So this is a sunny, hot stretch that we will be getting into. So it will feel like summer. Tara?
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Glenn. Well, let's get a look at this fabulous forecast one more time. I could look at that all day.
Feel free to ooh and ah as I show you the summery weather in our forecast here. And it will be an 8-day stretch with days in the 20s, daytime highs in the 20s. So tomorrow's still warm enough. I mean, that's normal, 18 degrees, sunshine in the morning, and then by 1 p.m., that's when we get into our risk of showers and thunderstorms. And then that ridge of high pressure will promote that stability and the sunshine and the heat. So mid-20s by Sunday through Monday, and later next week, we could even get to those higher 20s. So
I love all the words you're using.
Right? Sunscreen, flip-flops,
stability,
tank tops,
heat.
Yeah, brightness. I mean, we've had a good amount of rain over the past week and a bit, so this is, you know, deserved. Okay, so enjoy it when we get it. All right, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. And just to give you a little taste of what's to come, a beautiful morning sent in from Graham Bond. This was Calgary this morning.
We could ooh and ah over that shot as well. That's spectacular.
Feel free.
Wow. Thanks for your company tonight. We hope you have a terrific evening. We'll see you again tomorrow.